Hello everyone, this is your weekly reading for January 15th, whoops, cat gremlins. This is your weekly reading for January 15th through the 21st of 2018. Let's see what we have going on. Sarah, good morning, how are you? Good to see you. Good morning. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys are watching. So, as usual, I've been doing this kind of, I guess you could say old-fashioned way. Instead of using Restream, I've got two devices going at the same time. So I've got Facebook over here, Instagram over here. And Instagram, I know that you guys only get to see this for 24 hours, so, but the reading is for the whole week. So if you guys want to come back and check out the video again, you can either come to my Facebook page, Jenn Smith Coaching Outcome Oriented Healing, or you can check it out on YouTube, because I've been posting these to YouTube also. So, sorry Instagram, you guys only get it for 24 hours, but then you can come back and check them out on my Facebook page or on YouTube after 24 hours. Okay, let's see. What do we have going on? What do we have going on for this week? Hi! Oh, it's too cute. So, today, as you all know, is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And so the schools are closed in honor of him. And my son has a little friend over, and it was super cute. They just peeked their heads around the corner real quick to watch me. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. They're so much fun. Kids are so much fun. Okay, we're good. We got it. Weekly reading. Oh, there we go. This is our weekly reading. Ooh, beautiful. Starting out the week good. The sun, bright new beginnings. This is awesome. I was a little nervous there would be some heavy feeling going on. The Hermit. Awesome. This is cool, guys. Two major arcana cards in a row. The Hermit going within. Well, there we go. There's the heaviness, and it's at the center of it too. So at the center of the present situation this week is the Ten of Rods. So, a feeling of carrying a burden, carrying a heavy burden, carrying a lot of weight, carrying extra stuff, maybe carrying more of the load than someone else is, more of your share. Yep, here we go. Two of Swords, not having enough information to make a decision. There we go. I knew it, but you know what? This is really good that we have the sun in here also on one hand, and they're like opposite ends. So let me see if I can show you this real quick. See if I can just adjust the camera just for a minute, and it's upside down too. So on one side, so at the center of the week, we have this feeling of being overburdened and carrying some kind of a heavy burden, maybe even carrying more weight in a situation than someone else, like someone's not carrying their share of the load. And on one hand we have bright new beginning, things looking up, going really, really well, and on the other hand we have a feeling of sadness and sorrow and grief and loss and feeling like everything is lost. Okay, I'll look up here at you guys again. Distraction. I know you guys can't always see the whole thing. It's tricky getting all of the cards and me in the camera at the same time, especially on two devices at the same time. But we're doing our best, right? We're doing our best. Okay, so at the center of the week, this feeling of like a heavy burden. Something's burdening you guys. Maybe you're carrying too much of the load on something. And on one hand, there's a bright new beginning. There's something like a feeling of restoration, like coming out of it. And then on the other hand, though, there's still this feeling of like sadness and grief and loss and sorrow. Okay, so this is kind of clear too. When you're in that moment of sadness and grief and sorrow and loss, it's hard to make a decision. It's really hard to make a decision, and you feel like you don't have enough information to make that decision, especially when you're in that place of grieving and sadness and sorrow and loss. So when you can go within, I love that these cards are right next to each other too, and they're major arcana cards. When you go within, the Hermit, when you have that search for enlightenment, that search within yourself, that connection to your intuition, connection to your source, that's when it's easier to make a decision, and that's where you can make the decision that's going to lead to a brighter beginning, to something new, something bright, something starting that's really, really good. So at the center of this, again, is this heaviness feeling, and so you guys throughout the week are going to get to decide. You'll probably vacillate between the two feelings, between feeling good and feeling like all is lost, and that's okay. That's normal. It's part of the human condition, and also part of it is you get to choose. Sometimes grieving is a necessary process, absolutely. So go ahead, if there is something that is needing to be grieved right now, let yourself have the time and the space to grieve whatever that is. And then as you come out of that and connect with your intuition and move forward, that's when it'll be easier for you to make decisions on something. So what else? What's to come? Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. So what's to come is, this is funny. This is really funny. So, okay, a lot of you, this card represents travel, and possibly like travel by airplane, and coming in very quickly, like within 2 weeks, 2 hours, 2 weeks, something like that. I know a lot of people out there do have some travel coming up within 2 weeks. I was potentially going to have some travel and then had decided not to do it. So this is kind of interesting. It might be indicating to lean towards that travel, because it looks like travel is definitely coming up, and related to emotional movement. So moving forward emotionally. So, and also related to the decision. So feeling like, maybe feeling like all is lost, like you've lost hope, or you don't have the support that you need, and needing to make a decision. But in this state, it's hard to make a decision about travel. Maybe there's a trip coming up that you're thinking you should take, but you're not sure if you should take it, or you're feeling like you don't have the resources to take that trip. But that trip has something to do with moving forward emotionally, emotional progress, moving forward. Okay, and so also, let me just pull a couple more here real quick. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So also in the what's to come section, so this is kind of interesting. We have the soulmate card. So, but it's also right underneath the Ten of Rods, which is carrying a burden, and the Hermit. So it's placed kind of like this. Can this trip be metaphorical, career-wise? Because I have both literal travel and business changes approaching. At the moment, it looks like physical, literal travel, and like probably airplane travel, Sarah. But we'll see. Let me just keep looking and see what else comes up with more cards and what are around them. Yeah, travel. Yeah, and something may feel like burdensome around the travel, like it's a heavy burden to maybe make this trip, or you don't have enough information to make a decision about something related to the trip, like should I make it or should I not make this trip, or Am I going to be financially able to make this trip? Or should I take this airline or this airline? Or should I stay in this hotel or this hotel? But it just feels like there's a lot of burden, like heavy burden, and it may not be so much the trip that's the burden. It could be, or it could be so many other things going on that are making dealing with this trip coming up feel like an extra burden, because there's so much noise in the background in other areas as well. And then that's leading to like stress and overwhelm, and like when you have all of the balls juggling in the air and they're all on fire, and then you add in a trip to this, like it's feeling like all the balls may be starting to fall, like can't keep all of the balls in the air sort of thing. But we have something else going on too. Like I feel like there's two things going on, not just the trip. Hi Jeannie, I know I have a call with you soon, but you can see I'm on here, so I will call you as soon as I'm done with this. So glad you're on here. Oh my gosh, I wasn't paying attention to the time. Okay, so it feels like we've got more than just the travel coming up. So in addition to travel, there's something also burdensome related to a soulmate type person. So either an actual romantic partner soulmate, or like a child, or awesome Jeannie, or a family member, but something also feels burdensome related to a loved one. And again, on that side as well, in that relationship with that person, it's like maybe you're focusing on all of the things that are not working, all of the things that are not going right, that are not going well, all of the stressful things, where there are some things going well, but focusing on the negative things that are happening in that relationship with a soulmate type person, which could be either a love relationship, a family member, a parent, a child, a relative, a sibling. And focusing on the negative things that are happening in that relationship is keeping you connected to that stuck mindset. And so it's your thoughts about what are happening, and your thoughts are related to the negative things. And when your thoughts are only focused on the negative things, that keeps you stuck. It keeps you in a mindset of only focusing on the negative. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so these last three cards here at the moment are representing the energies working in the situation. So the energies working in the situation are definitely your mindset, and the mindset of being stuck. When you focus on the negative things, that's going to keep you stuck. Also, the energy of like physical accomplishments, of financial abundance and accomplishments is also at play, and so finances definitely is at play in the consideration for the trip, for the travel. So any potential travel coming up, which would be like awesome on an emotional level and move you forward emotionally, also is connected to feeling like a burden to be able to make this trip, and finances are definitely a part in that burdensome decision that you're feeling like you have to make. So, and on both sides, in this soulmate relationship situation and in this travel situation, there's more going on than you can see. There's definitely more going on than you can see. The moon represents your intuition, so connect with your intuition. And this is the thing about intuition, like it will tell you the right thing to do, but it may not tell you every single exact detail. In fact, usually it doesn't. Sometimes it does, but not always. And so this is kind of why the moon card represents your intuition, your feminine power, but it also represents things going on behind the scenes. And so, which is AKA the universe has your back. And that could be in either way. So something may be going on behind the scenes that is going to make this trip either easier for you. I'm so glad, Katie. So glad. Love you guys. Love you guys. I was thinking about a lot of you, considering this trip is also like related to something coming up within 2 weeks. Because I know a lot of us have some potential travel coming up in 2 weeks. Very, very interesting. So, and okay, so this is cool. So also the moon is connecting the soulmate card and the Trip card. So something, and I'll pull 3 more cards. I've got 3 more cards left to get some more information. But something is definitely going on behind the scenes. And in order to either tap into that information and actually consciously get that information, or connect with that energy and to be able to take the actions in faith without knowing exactly what to do, but just taking that next step because it feels right, that's the Moon card, in that the universe has your back, but there's things going on behind the scenes. And when there's things going on behind the scenes, we as humans respond to that with frustration and fear. And like immediately, I think people tend to focus on the negative things. If there's things going on behind the scene, then like someone's conspiring against me. But what if it's the universe conspiring on your behalf instead? And so it's okay to let things be going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. This is why, again, it's important to tap into our intuition, to trust your intuition, to do what feels right, even if you respond to that intuitive message with fear. Connect with that intuitive message and take action on that intuitive message. Okay, 3 more cards. Let's see, what else do we have left here? Scary Larry, the Fool. I know it. So this is funny. The Fool, like, people can have a scary response to the Fool because it's uncertainty. This is like uncertainty in the cards. Like, but it's faith with uncertainty. It's taking that step without knowing how you're going to do it or where you're going to go, but knowing that I have this intuitive yes, that this is where I have to go, whether it's yes on the trip or no on the trip, like this trip coming up. So either you have an intuitive yes, I have to go on this trip and I don't know how I'm going to make it, and I'm stressed out and I'm feeling this burden and finances are involved, and I feel like I'm not supported and I feel like all hope is lost and there's nothing I can do and I'm stressed out and I can't make a decision. Like, this is all of what this is what all of these cards are saying. So you have to connect with yourself, with your intuition. The Hermit, go within, search for enlightenment, connect with your own intuition, and it will tell you your intuitive yes or your intuitive no regarding the trip, and also regarding what to do with a person in this soulmate situation. So it will either tell you, like, absolutely yes, I have to go on this trip, and then you take that next step, and you have faith despite uncertainty, and you take the journey. That's what the Fool does. The Fool just goes on a journey without necessarily knowing what's going to happen or where he's going to go, but he knows that everything's going to be okay, and he has everything that he needs. So that could be either, yes, I'm going to take this trip and figure it out, or that could be, no, I'm gonna say, like, no to this trip and I'm gonna do this instead. But only your intuition is gonna tell you what that could be. So, okay, yeah. So the other 2 cards, I love this. I love this, love this, love this. So no matter what you decide, the key thing here is to not focus on just the negative things. Don't just focus on the negative, because when you do, it keeps your mindset stuck and it keeps your hands tied to where you can't move and you can't do anything. So connecting with your intuition and taking that leap of faith in whatever direction your intuition is telling you to go, that's the key here, because that is what is going to give you a solid home foundation. This is what's going to help you feel solid in your decision, and you'll get what you want. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So no matter what decision you make, it's the right decision, because you're going to get what you want. But you have to connect with yourself and your intuition and make the decision from that place. And do not make the decision from the place of fear, because you won't get the outcome that you want if you do that. You have to make the decision from a place of connection and trust within yourself and your source, and listening to your intuition and make the decision based on that, and it will be the right decision. Again, either way, no matter what decision you make, the universe is conspiring on your behalf. There are other things going on behind the scenes that you may not see or recognize or know about right now, meaning there may be someone who can help you in some way. There may be finances that you have available that you forgot about or didn't realize, like, oh my God, I have this credit card that I had hidden away because I didn't want to use it. Hi, buddy. And all of a sudden you have like an extra credit card or something, or anything. It could be anything, but things going on behind the scenes. There's more to the situation than you're currently conscious of right now. And so connecting with your intuition is what's going to help you tap into that information, either consciously or, hi buddy, hi, through faith with uncertainty. And either way is definitely going to result in you getting what you want and things going your way. So, awesome guys. It's going to be a good week no matter what happens. You can handle anything that comes your way. And let's get a message from Wayne Dyer as well. A Wayne Dyer inspiration card for the week. Let's see, what are you guys saying? So are you saying this is about a partnership and a trip? So Kristen, it could be both for some people. This is a general reading for everybody, and it looks like it's kind of talking about two separate things. So on one hand, there's definitely like the feeling of maybe carrying a burden regarding a soulmate, and the soulmate could be either a love relationship, a romantic relationship. It could be like a soulmate connection with a family member, like a parent or a child or a sibling, but some kind of a burden and some kind of a feeling like things aren't going the way I want in this relationship. So on one hand we have that, and then on the other hand we also have this feeling of burden regarding a physical trip, like you probably by airplane, some kind of trip by airplane, and feeling some kind of a burden by that. That's what I thought. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So it could be one or the other, or it could be both for some people. Okay. Oh, my battery's about to die on Instagram. Okay, there we go. I got it quick. Quick, quick, quick. Hopefully I can get this posted. Attract peace, not conflict. Vow to have fewer conflicts in your life. You came from no conflict, so you can return there and know heaven on earth by refusing to have your inner world conflicted by anyone at any time. Affirm over and over, I attract peace, not conflict. Love this, guys. Have a beautiful week. I have so much more that I want to talk to you guys about, and I wish I could. Like, I could be on Facebook Live for 2 months straight talking nonstop. So this is a big thing in the news right now too. I'm going to tell you that, guys. Obviously, everyone in Hawaii right now just had the scare of their life over the weekend. And I want to kind of keep that as a separate thing, not so much related to this weekly reading. So I may get on and talk about that again later. My battery's about to die though. But this is awesome because I was thinking about this, and this I think can resonate again also with, there's much more context to get into with that. But on a surface level, at the moment, I think this speaks to that situation that happened in Hawaii. Affirm over and over, I attract peace, not conflict. Okay, love you guys. I'm going to get this posted. And for Instagram, remember, you only get to see it for 24 hours. So if you want to reference this video again, you can come over to my Facebook page, check it out, or you could check it out on YouTube. And as always, you guys can book a call with me at jensmithcoaching.com. No, what is it? jensmithcoaching.youcanbook.me. Hi, guys.
Hi.
All right. Have a great day, guys.